All right, Grand Rising, everyone. It is Shalonda or Shaysiki, and I'm back with a video, right? So last night I recorded a bunch of videos that didn't record, and I think it was just a clear revelation, right? About really kind of knowing who I am, like 100%, right? I just rolled out of bed and I just had to do this video, right? And just seeing things like, because again, I can just see like at a wide range, right? um and I was reading the text here, the last chapter in Revelations. And I revealed a couple of things that are in here as far as like being a descendant of certain people, okay? And I was talking about that in the last videos. I'm not sure if these were the ones that got recorded or not, but I noticed something, right? There's a shift or something that goes on here in this last chapter in Revelations. Okay, about some people doing wrong and doing more and more. And it says the vile will become more vile, good men will be better, those who are holy will continue on in greater holiness. And I feel like there's a lot of people that don't want to see this holy energy, right? To worship this God or goddess alone, right? They want to continue to worship idols and sorcerers, and I feel the jinn energy. I feel there's different energies tied in. I feel like this is a very a dark time. I feel like a lot of people are coming to a realization of certain things, right? Now, I already confronted these things or spoken of these things on this platform, but I feel like there's a very sinister thing going on because, again, the world can't take a certain light, right? God will be their light, and they shall reign forever and ever. Some people don't want this because, again, the table that's being prepared is for those who have gone through this journey, those who have been closest to source, those who still believe in God. It doesn't say the Lord God. It doesn't say Jesus. It doesn't say anything here. It's talking about God, that light, all right? It says, see, I am coming soon, and my reward is with me to repay everyone according to the deeds he has done. I am the A and the Z, the beginning and the end, the first, the last. Blessed forever are all who are washing their robes. Okay, so these are people that are washing their robes. And again, this could have something to do with nationality. And this could also have something to do with just making yourself pure or clean, or just, again, washing off that residue, right? Preparing yourself. So again, it's going to be like a holiness, right? That occurs in many. And those people are going to be targeted individuals, okay? And again, they are not going to like the things that I am saying because it would seem to be attack, right? Or they've been able to try to assassinate the character of holy ones, right? Or the elect, right? But then again, now the eye is turning around on them and we can see what they're doing. And so again, they don't like that. So they would rather get rid of you, or again, have you committed. Or I feel like this is just something very dangerous again here, because I'm seeing something with women and young girls, right? It's just an energy that I do not like. Right? We're going to go a little bit deeper into why I'm talking about this or why I'm here. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish reading this real quick, okay? Because this is definitely, I feel, some kind of sinister way to, like, what can I say? It's kind of like a sneak attack on somebody's character. And it may, again, lead to people that are being surveilled, right? And possibly governing energies using this surveillance to try to prove someone unfit for their children. And I'm saying this is very important for people that are in the that people that, or women at least, that are very intuitive or have these gifts. It's been done historically. We did a video on it that went pretty deep in what I feel was going on when it comes to this, especially in the 1800s, to split up or remove women from children. I feel like it's a luring energy, right? Of there's a lot of, women coming up missing and things like this. I feel like it's a luring energy because, again, dealing with this twin flame energy, that can also be another luring energy, right? A possession or a possessing energy. And I feel like because these people sit in high places, they can use things to move things all around on the chessboard. It's like people are tired of hearing, or they don't want you to know, they don't want others to know. So again, restricting people, almost like getting into that energy. For me, I like to be alone. I like solitude, right? But I think it is basically, I feel like it's something about assassinating a character of people that they didn't think would make it to a destination spiritually. Okay? That couldn't be formed or molded or subdued or replenished, in a sense, because they feel like they're just fine because they're connected to source. They are that God. Like, ye are God. So these are people that know what the deal is, okay? And so you have secret societies, certain institutions, corporations, governing forces, nations. People are afraid of this energy that we are carrying. When it comes to truth, the power that's packed in the truth, right? It's something that they cannot stand. It's a light that they cannot stand because they want to continue to do the filthy things that were being talked about in Revelations. And some of them might be upset because they are being exposed, okay, for their corrupt ways, their murders, their immoral acts, right? Conversing with demons, okay, idol worship, liars, okay? There's a lot of people that act as though they're a certain way, but they're really plugged in or tuned in. They could really have access to your personal information. They could be the people that are working for these governing forces, right? That have it's a eavesdropping energy here. This is something big that I see. And I think that this is another reason why, again, in certain communities, these people don't want to see you anymore because they don't want you to see them and then expose them. Especially when it comes to, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, especially when it comes to the tarot and reader energy. There's some people out there that, like I said, are plugged in or tuned in or tapped in to something other than what they're saying. As if they may be people that are working as judges or working for these institutions, these corporations and things like this. And when things go south or go another way, they will use their platforms to promote something that they don't understand is very sinister. And when they do end up coming for people's children, because people think that this is some kind of game, don't trip, because they will be coming for your children too as well afterwards. Right? Once they're done using you, they will be coming for yours too. So I feel like this is what a source just got me on something this morning. And it irritates me because I'm someone that I can listen. I can sit back and listen to others really openly. And when you can hear someone speaking on a conversation and creating a whole story or narrative on what you're saying, damn near word by word in their reading, it's a point when you have to question, is this person like got a mic in their ear or something? I mean, got some kind of thing in their ear, right? And again, I can sense people that are connected to my story by what they say, when they say it. It may be a personal conversation that I'm having, and then later on I'll come in and somebody's doing a reading that just sounds very close to the energy, okay? And I've already been watching them and saying, this is one that's tapped in. This is one that can, may not be as psychic as they're saying. They're tapped in. They're working for someone, okay? It's almost like it's a trend. It's like a domino effect. So that's the energy today. Okay, so let me listen today real quick. Let me see how many people is on this same shit with this same type of story or this narrative. Let me see where it's coming from. So again, I think it goes beyond a point when it's not a game. Because we could be talking about situations where men or other institutions, there are children out here that are gifted as well. Our children that will be looked at as those children, okay? And I think we don't realize that there can be something where there can be an attack on people trying to get their hands on your children. We don't realize possession, different entities entering the bodies of people, when you can see them change, when you can see this on them, right? And they'll try to create because of whatever positions in society, they can try to turn the, use a certain narrative or make the storyline turn on someone, especially if you are just trying to heal. And that's me right now. I'm trying to, I really have a lot on my plate. I really do deal with a lot of stuff in that field. It is very draining when it comes to seeing, right? Or being an oracle in a sense, especially at this caliber. And it's something very tough to explain or hard to describe, because if you do poke this bear like they're poking at you, then again, it's kind of like a whole movement. It's the antichrist or that devilish movement where it feels like you can't, everybody's pointing the finger at you. You're innocent, right? But they already saying that you're guilty. This could be people that are envying your gifts, that are jealous, that don't see how you can see. But again, you can see them. I can see you. I can see, it's too many times, especially, again, for me, I don't go around to the world shouting out, you know what I'm saying? Or walking around acting any kind of way. I keep to myself. You know what I'm saying? I keep to myself. I commune with Source. This past year and a half has been very draining. It has been draining, but I am healing. And I'm to a point where I just feel really good, and I'm releasing things that do not serve me. People, places. What society wants is so different than what Source wants for us. So if you don't want to play the game, instead of like, what, if you can't beat them, join them? No, if you don't want to play the game, right? Then your life, your well-being, your children, these things can be at stake. This is why I talk about the things that I talk about on my platform, so people can be aware of this. The acceleration when it comes to these viruses or these different variants, I can sense the whole energy of the world. You see what I'm saying? I'm connected to this type of pool. And it's certain people that they are trying to pin the blame on, or again, subconsciously have you seeing these people and targeting them or ganging up on them in a certain way. And it's something just to know something. You know what I'm saying? You know that, again, algorithms and things are in control of numbers and views and things like this. And people know that you don't have the reach, right? Unless they are behind it to project or promote your information or allow you to have that voice to speak. So once, again, you start getting into a smaller circle, right? You're already cut off from family and friends. They've turned against you. What did it say? In that, it's a song by Music, right? If no one believes that you and me were meant to be, it'll be just you and me against the world, right? And it says even our friends, even our family turned on us. And something like, I don't care if you was a prostitute and you hit every man that you ever knew. It don't make no difference if that was way before me and you, right? So I feel like this is also the energy I feel like this is also the energy of that true twin flame connection that people are may think that they have, but it's really rare to have this type of relationship, right? And if they can't understand our love, and so it's like we can go against the whole wide world, right? Because that's that energy of the world having an evil eye towards a small group of people and turning them into targeted individuals. And I see it's just, I don't know, it's a very disgusting energy. And I think some people, just in case they're not aware, they may just think they're doing this and then it's just some little thing, or just to get back at somebody, or you don't like this person because they see better than you or something like this or whatever. So you're willing to jump on the bandwagon to assassinate somebody's character, or again, have them try to push. It's almost like trying to push somebody over or to a breaking point is what I feel. And again, I'm like a tough cookie. So it will have to be something that will have to be done by force. It's going to have to be somebody to say, oh, this person still think this way. So, we ain't going to be able to do nothing to stop this person. So now we got to act accordingly, right? It's sad, but I'm just saying, this is things that have been going on throughout society, throughout the test of time, especially when it comes to people that are gifted. They'll turn it into mental illness. Because they're jealous of the gifts or something like this that you carry and that your children may be. And this is what it scares me when it comes to children. Because it wouldn't be nothing in those days, and even now they're redoing things and making laws where a woman can just be, like in the olden days, right, in the 1800s, where a woman can just be taken and thrown into, I would just say, a dungeon, like, or a mental institution if the husband didn't agree with their religious beliefs, or if the husband felt some kind of way. And again, you have to realize that it's not even just that. That's not where it ends. A lot of this is, again, so children can be in situations where they would be without their mother. We can talk about prophecies. We can talk about myths. We can talk about old tales from American Indians, Native Americans. The Carlisle School, all of this stuff, if you really wrapped your head around it or did this type of work, right, you'll be able to see it. But a lot of people, they don't. It's the gift of gab, or it's the entertainment purposes when it comes to, these readings and stuff like this. And I'm just calling it out. I'm calling it out because I can, because I see it. And that's a dangerous game. That's a dangerous game. When you want to play with somebody's children, that's where the fuck I draw the line. Because society and these people don't want other people to see all of the javelins and all of the other things that people in society and on social media and things like that, all of the mind games that they play and all of the things that they throw. And it's to make you look like some kind of crazed woman that is concerned or maybe paranoid or something like that. And there's none of that shit when it comes to me. I didn't come here to fit in. I ain't come here to be your motherfucking friend. I ain't come here to do none of that. I do what I do. I share what I share here. And that's just it. But I think at this point, it's taking it too far, and I think nobody deserves to be treated in this manner. But we're not really dealing with people. We're dealing with people, money-hungry, soulless beings. We're dealing with people that, again, jealous, envious people. And it's sad to even play a game or insinuate or even play like that. You know what I'm saying? To even play like that. And for me, there's definitely a lot of masculine energy around me that is pulling on and trying to get me to, to gravitate. It's that type of thing. And I think it deals with, again, past life connections, things like soul contracts or these type of things right here. Okay. that if you can't be manipulated or moved, they will use force. And you have to question why. What is it for? Was it okay? So again, I'm moving past the fact of something. It's not just me that you want. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what are you talking about? Some of us are those people that are said to come in prophecy and prophesy. And that's what I'm doing here. There's many aspects of this that I deal with alone that I don't share in public, that I take straight to source. But on this plane, there's still people that have force. There's still people that have a way to try to get you trapped or entangled in something, to play with your emotions. Because if they can make you that weak and drive you over a cliff into mental illness, or try to mess around with your, even messing with your energy, right? Trying to push, like, don't push me because I'm close to the edge, right? It's that kind of energy. And I feel like these secret groups, societies, whatever it is, they know a lot about you or us. Almost been studying you or us, right? It's a very abusive nature here. And it's just like why? I'm just doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, do what I was called to do on this plane. I am the one that has been hurt and have been had these attacks. What? How? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, really? And I don't guilt trip people because I can handle it myself. I don't run to friends and family because I know how to heal myself. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing no stupid shit or walking into no stupid situations, you know what I'm saying, or doing anything random like that to put myself in danger. And then my child is left here to fend for themselves, or my children. If somebody can't be a man and prove themselves or operate properly when it comes to me, especially knowing, you know, the things that some of us women are going through on the spiritual level and the attacks, and some of these have been projected onto us by masculine energies or other feminine energies or other people that have gifts, using them improperly. So it says to have the right to enter in through the gates of the city and to eat the fruit from the tree of life. Okay. Again, the tree of life is that tree, that Mother Earth, that tree that represents Mother Earth, or that family tree that have those gifts that over time they try to lock them down, or again, assassinate their character, or again, assassinate them. The tree of life is just that tree. This is the tree. The fruit would be your children. It's the same Venus energy and things that we were talking about yesterday. A lot of people want the title. A lot of people gunning and coming for the title. A lot of people want to keep it on the hush as to who the real title holders are while they accumulate the information on these individuals so they can erase them from the earth. This is what these sinister people are thinking, period. Outside of the city are those who have strayed away from God. Possibly we're talking about God or the living God. And God you trust, which one is it? and the sorcerers and I thought this was very telling here at the end here. This is the last chapter here, the last couple of verses. And the sorcerers. See, because they're just getting stronger with their manipulation. If you're not going to do it this way, okay, well, we'll tweak it and we're going to do it like this, right? Maybe at one point in time you're watching readings and it sounds real good. And it sounds very specific to your storyline, right? And then all of a sudden energy shifts, and then now all of that and all of the mouths and all the words that are coming out of people's mouths, they're possessed. I mean, it speaks about this in the text as well. I think it says something about sit in the dark. Don't you see I see your sorcery? Don't you see I see? You know what I'm saying? Right? I believe it says something like, and I won't see you in, something like in, can't remember what it is, like something, I won't see you in, it made me think in person, okay? And it's just maybe something, like I said, that have something to do with some type of divine timing, divine connections, or something like that, possibly in the 3D, right? And then also in other dimensions. So again, those who have strayed away from God, and the sorcerers, and the immoral, and murderers, and idolaters, and all who live to love to lie, okay? And do so. I, Jesus, okay, or Yeshua, have sent my angel to tell the churches all these things, right? So again, this is also like making me feel like, again, the Yeshua energy deleting the Christ energy, right? Because again, if this is resonating with what I just heard, what I see, what I feel and I sense, partially what I know, right? Because again, Yeshua loves the little children, but in what way? Who is Yeshua, and who's acting or in that manner? It's almost like you walked away and defeated negative energy, or demons or whatever, possible demon energy, okay, out of your life. And again, they're going to use whatever tactics and antics they have to come in and harm you or remove things from you anyway. Okay, you to tell the churches all these things. Okay, I am both David's root and his descendant. Okay, so I don't know, this makes me think about even root work for some reason. I am the bright morning star. Okay, so again, that's funny that that's in there. I am the bright morning star. Okay, because we do have also the morning star. So is there a difference between the bright morning star and the morning star? So again, even talking lineage here, I know who these people are. I know who these people are. Being a descendant of them. People might say that you cannot prove that. Again, you can't prove a lot of, really, to me, I don't have to you. Jesse, David, yeah. Maybe you don't study or you don't see at the caliber that I see this text. It is different. People fear the unknown. They fear things that, right? Even if it makes a lot of sense, they fear it. They want it to go on the same way. They want you to be indoctrinated, or they want you to just look at this as some kind of story that have nothing to do with you. And this is why the whole thing of turning the community against people that they're in, especially if you're doing this type of work, like a truth seeker or something like that, turning these individuals and these entities against you so that you can be vulnerable and they can leave you in a certain, and again, when these When these entities want to strike, it will be very easy to do so. Strife in the family, breaking up the home, fragmenting minds of people, possessing people, right? Because it's tougher now. Everything is like accelerated right now. Everything is accelerated now. The Spirit and the bride say, "Come, let each one who hears them say the same." Look at this. Look at this. This is like a collective energy here. This is like the beehive energy. This is a collective energy here in attack mode. The Spirit and the bride say, "Come, let each one who hears them say the same. Come, let the thirsty one come. Anyone who wants to, let them come and drink the water of life without charge." So this is almost like, and I'm getting very, dealing with this shaman energy here, ancient healing and wisdom. I'm getting a very, it's something here. It's almost like, it feels like certain people have gotten trapped into a certain, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, I got you right where I want you, right? Where you're not really a person anymore. We've defiled you. We've taken, taken it to this next level to make you so you're not even really a human anymore. People won't even look at you the same anymore. And it's all because of your light. So they will turn a high commodity item, or again, I don't know why it's over here on the floor. An abundant empress, they have all the information they need to know about them. They've already taken things from them and don't want to give it back. When it comes to dowry, when it comes to daughters, when it comes to this type of energy here. This is the angry mob down here. If you look at it from a distance, it looks like a bunch of angry people with torches. Like it says that they're going to be pitched around her or around this energy at all sides. That's what it's talking about in these last chapters of Revelations here. This water is talking about something sacred here. And we see the water here next to her too. Without charge. You know what I'm saying? Why? So it's almost like an all access pass to something, to exploit something. I'm feeling here. That the worst thing that somebody can do to a feminine energy that is sacred is to put her in a position where her southern border or anything like this could be exposed or used for people to penetrate or cipher from or drink from. And I noticed also it says something about the waters were gone. It's sad because I see this as a power move, that for some reason, are we looking at some of these energies in the wrong light? But it doesn't matter, because the whole world, Satan is going to deceive the whole world, and they're going to come against these particular people. The whole world didn't exclude anybody. And that's probably why they're given this strict, I was wondering why this says this, why whoever filled in this strict thing here about changing the words. But we're not. Or adding on to it, right? So it's kind of like a trick in itself. Because they know that somebody's going to have to alter the word, and it's going to be the pearl of God, the oracle of God. It's going to be the wisdom energy. Possibly one of these gods know that. Possibly this can be some kind of humiliation or some kind of payback for something that more than likely had been brought on by the masculine energy or a masculine energy, a powerful energy, someone who likes control, who wants control of someone or a precious jewel without paying for it. almost like being in that Empress energy. And when it comes to this twin flame thing, and and you're given the perception, right, or the sense that the energy that might be connected to you is out there, right, spending time and other things on other feminine energies, again, while they just take from you. And that's been this whole journey. But I've been obedient, and I stood strong, and I still continue to do and serve source. So it's kind of like cutting you off, where you can't even, if you read this properly, where you can't even defend yourself, right? See, I'm someone that challenges things. I've always been that way. And I think that's what people don't like. And I actually can see, and I actually deal with that energy of narcissism, where I know some things and nobody will never be able to change that for me or with me. It's like a plot twist. Anybody subtract any parts of these prophecies? Because again, man shouldn't live on bread alone, but every word that comes out of the mouth of God, right? So I like the way that it does say this, though. Subtract any part of these prophecies. Because prophecies can't just be spoken. And the way they're going to be interpreted is going to be different by different seers. Okay. Okay. And he or she who has said all these things declares, yes, I am coming soon. Amen. Come, Lord Jesus. Okay. Well, I don't want to say all that. Okay. I'll say this part. Okay. This is the last one here, the last verse. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you all. So now we added the Christ back in right here at the last sentence here. And I don't know, I'm getting the energy of the, let me see. And I feel like, all of this is just like because of a big misunderstanding, or even it's just like, the whole thing of it all from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The whole agenda from the beginning. Because again, I sit and I watch the changes. I sit and I'm very observant here. And it takes a lot to put something past me, especially if it's presented. And sometimes Source just does that. You know what I'm saying? I might not even want to deal with somebody because I've seen them, and I've been like kind of like, I don't know about this person or whatever, or what they're saying, or I can kind of see this, or wait a minute, right? And it's just like just very intuitive. So it kind of pisses me off of people that act intuitive and you really probably not. People feel like you're coming for their craft or their business or something like that, then they you know what I'm saying? They need to get kind of crazy. So again, I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with judgment. I do. Okay. I do feel like it has something to do with these cups. People want to take that from you, right? That's the honey. That's the milk and honey. That's that nectar. Okay. The illusions don't work no more. The lies about unions don't work no more. I'm not just sitting here like this no more. This is the bright star or morning star energy or Aquarius energy to me that we could be possibly talking about here. Again, you got the star that's in the sky hovering over, watching everything that this energy is doing as she pours out the information, as she pours out the knowledge. People mixing stuff up to make it sound some kind of way or make it some kind of way. And maybe when it benefits them, it's okay. But when it doesn't, and they see you coming for your spot, then again, as the Empress, and saying, hey, I can do it on my own if I have to, then don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. When again, she was willing to and working to do it with somebody, didn't even complain when it seemed like the energy shifted. Nothing. I'll just continue to sit here and heal and then sit here and listen to what Source tell me and move on. So I don't know. Maybe that, I can't remember if it's the Knight of Swords that I just seen was the first card that I put my eyes on this morning. And it almost feels like, this is the energies. But is it that? Is it a setup or is it really an energy again? Right? Because remember when on Handmaid's Tale, June had to go ahead and send her baby across the border or whatever? And I think this last season where I stopped at was that she finally made it across the border. But then she got to a place where she realized, I think Esther was maybe the girl's name there too, or Eden maybe. I can't remember. The young girl that was living there, that was kind of mean, but she ended up taking a liking to June. Okay. So again, when it comes to this journey here, I don't know, it's just making me think of that type of energy where she got there and she realized that they wasn't free there either. The things that are hitting, that are coming to light, and these people don't want to be exposed. They'd rather take you out. They didn't want you to come out of this here and stand in your power. They want to continue to watch. They can't get enough. It's something they can't get enough of, or they're curious about, or something. When it comes to some of us, it's almost like magical creatures and beasts and unicorns that they're watching. They don't know how. It's again because some of these people won't know how. They try to use some kind of assistance with technology and these different contraptions, but they really can't read you. They really can't, again, because we're dealing with Gaia. We're dealing with a nurturing energy and spirit. And to try to set up mothers that, that is just some crazy stuff to me. Again, rain. Because of rain. People pulling back the reins, or somebody that wants to rain on something. And again, they don't want people to be happy. They don't want you to get that 10 of cups with this rainbow energy here. And it has something to do with your DNA. And possibly karma for being a beautiful being. That's speaking the truth and caring about people. Again, wind activation. Again, I feel like this is a very spiritual card here. Okay? Because again, sometimes that's how I get my messages, is through the wind. Sometimes it's going outside, walking in the yard, no shoes on, and listening, and just feeling the way that the wind blows and shifts. Sometimes it can answer things for me. Okay? So again, fairies, earth magic, okay? Even watching the clouds, right? There's signs and wonders everywhere, okay? So yeah, and this is what I'm saying. This is a place. And so I can see even why this energy here is trying to take people to certain places and seclude them there and keep them away from all of these disgusting things. Because the world, it's like almost like on that, it was something about, I think Princess Diana movie or something that was coming out. And they were telling her, you have to change. She was crying. She was like, change, like, and he was like, you got to change. They're not going to change. They're not going to change. So you got to change. And for me, I'll just go ahead and take a bow. But I'm going to tell you one thing you ain't going to do. It'll be a motherfucking problem. You better worry. People better be, I'm just saying, things are very carefree right now for some people, possibly because they feel like it's on the up and up for them. But I'm telling you, there's a form of judgment coming here. You notice how this person is coming in like aid, like the Red Cross, and that child right there in the middle. I don't like it. And let's not act like historically, right, that this has not been done. Let's not act like they're not doing it now. Allegedly, in the media, talking about certain things with mothers or taking children from mothers because they don't want to get the antidote. You know what I'm saying? And certain things like this. So it's just something that it was on my spirit when I woke up. I rolled up and I just came up in here and did the video real quick. Because it's really sad, I think. It's just like nobody can control me on this motherfucking planet. I don't need to be controlled. I'm not doing anything to harm anybody. If you don't like me, stay the fuck over there. It's a lot of shady stuff going on. I'm talking about, like, be careful, like, when it comes to your circle. Look at this. Yeah, that Knight of Swords. So, again, for me, I was feeling this energy, right? Past couple of days, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't put my finger on it as to, is this really a situation, right, where a child and a mother might be in danger and someone needs to whisk them off? Or is this, again, whisking them off to where? Or is there just two negative spirits that want the same thing in neither energy? Look, we got two knights here rushing in. The Knight of Wands. And I don't know. I don't like the way this energy look when it comes to, like I said, women and children. Child brides. And when society, with that whole cancel culture, when they do, and again, the same thing on Handmaid's Tale, they would bring somebody in and turn these people, these good women that they trained, beat, abused. They're filled with this energy. Maybe some of us have come encounter with energies that have helped you with your gifts. Jinn spirits or energies, and you're not really working for source. You're working for that energy, and you're working only for the money. And at some point in time, you done lost yourself. You done lost your damn mind. And you don't really know what you're dealing with. And you can't see as well as you thought you could. And the person that's trying to share what you should be seeing, you're on the side of the people that are trying to attack them, and you don't even realize it. And I think that that's just an ugly game to play, because I know some things are just to trigger people and get a response. So even if it's something like that, it's a very dangerous game to play. And if you really had some kind of heart or some kind of soul or some kind of energy like that, then you would be able to spot these things out. You will be able to see those things. Why you don't see those things? It's fun and games when it's talking about a relationship or who did this, who doing this behind somebody's back, all the gossip and shit. But when it comes to the real, and that's what I'm saying. It even make me sick to even have to go to that level to try to, but it's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game. And maybe these people need somebody in their life that bad that they'll go ahead and do something like that to another person. But I don't need a motherfucker. I'll tell you that. It would be nice to have, right? But I need to be knowing where I'm going and where I'm and making sure that what I'm dealing with is something, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be that's not going to be putting myself or my child in harm's way. Especially with the things that I've seen on this journey. That's the real shit. It's the real stuff. It's not a happy thing. It's not something, you know what I'm saying, that's all exciting to be talking about. I'm talking about the real, okay? So it's obvious some people can't see that. Look at this. House of 4. Look at that nest with the eggs there, and the mama is not there. I don't think she is. No. It's just a branch with a couple of leaves on it and a couple eggs. The moon is hiding underneath it though. Right? House 4. Cultural and family roots. Oh my goodness. Can I not see? I don't know. Home, peace, and comfort. And again, I feel like that's what this is, right? Spiritual growth here, okay? In the house 9. Matters of the heart. And that's what I feel like this energy is, right? Look. The wolf energy, instinct. A basic instinct. And again, this is look, I'm trying to tell you, this have to do with crafty counsel. It's like something like overnight that sent people through the roof, right? Because again, I know even though I didn't post those videos and they didn't record, I know that there's, easy access to information. And just because I use the service, right? Just because I use whatever service I'm using, when you record it, maybe it didn't record here, but again, you just have to wonder. It could be your phone recording you still anyway. You know what I'm saying? They can record when you're not even up, when you didn't even hit record. So I just feel like that's the energy here. That was the message of the day. All right. And it's like, how dare you? Who are you? Who are you? Like a lot of these people, I feel in these institutions and in these situations and in these, like, you're not even worthy to even be trying to question me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I kind of look at it. Like, clean yourself up first. Clean yourself up first. That's why I like platforms, especially when it comes to seers and readers, that also have a healing attached to it, not just the gossip. Because again, we talk about gossip in the biblical text. You don't have to believe in the biblical text, but again, before I even seen it, bit my lip. Before I even seen anything that have to do with gossip, it just got to a point in my life where I was spending hours on the phone, you know what I'm saying, at home, being an at-home mom, you know what I'm saying, spending hours on the phone talking, and it just got irritating to me. I didn't want to gossip about people anymore. I didn't want to talk about those things. And then what happens when you act like that? Oh, she thinks she all that, or she like this, or whatever. So again, people like vile things. They want to continue to do vile things against people, especially, again, the elect that are trying to be on the straight and narrow. They want to provoke you. They want to push you. They want to break you. They want to mold you. Right here, it was talking about the waters are leaving. I have like 5 more minutes left for the hour or whatever. And this struck me because I can't remember if this got recorded or not. I saw the evil creatures, those created, right? Those could be people that was created to be seers, that might be having mics in their ears, and maybe this is why they don't show their face. That could be watching you right on their laptop while they're doing a reading, and they're watching somebody, and this is how they know so much about the people, because they're eavesdropping. Eavesdropping. Ain't that some listen to this. So could that be that energy of Eve, the new wife of God, the new wife of Adam, right? To get Lilith out of the garden. Because she would be, again, exalted or put on high, or she would be in that position. She would have the power to do so. And as long as the Lilith would do everything right, okay? So, or did it seem like she died off or was pushed off the edge or turned crazy or formed, whatever. As long as that's okay, yeah, okay, so this is what we're dealing with then. We're dealing with that energy, a shift. We're dealing with a shift. So again, it's this, and again, I can't figure out what energy it is. If it's the husband or the partner that people wanted me to lose during this battle, that may be also under a spiritual attack, that again, they're trying to shift in a direction just to keep me out in the cold. Because that's the whole thing. People know who I am, probably know who you are. And again, they want you to be a beggar. They want you to be a widow. They want you to be out in the cold. They are tired of it. They don't want to have you to rise up again, and they have to challenge you for something. It's like, challenge me for what, dude? You see what I'm saying? I'm okay with just being myself. I'm okay with just being myself. I don't need all that. You see what I'm saying? And that is the point there. Even when it comes to jealous God energy or these male energy, these male gods, when we're talking about this in this text, make a woman seem, take everything away, all the other suitors, all of the other energy, and leave her alone because you want to keep her to yourself in the underworld so that you can grope and do whatever you want to do with them whenever you want to do. Come in and out of their life whenever you want to. It's a precious jewel or gem that, again, might not, or a diamond in the rough that might not have been that, but after all the pressure, it turned that person into that diamond instead of breaking them off to a breaking point where you will be able to leave that person wounded as a wounded warrior, right? That can't perform. They may be astonished that you're still standing and you're walking. You're not crying because they did you wrong, because they hurt you and they walked away from you. And so you had to walk away from it. Because all you were doing was trying to, again, build or assist and be obedient to source and be available. But because you intimidate these people, because you challenge them to change or think about their actions and their guilt complex about what they've done with the tools and things that they use to abuse people. And they just didn't know that you was that damn bad. So now you want to throw out these, the swords is endless. They endless. I mean, it feels like cold blood is running down my fucking back all day. But it will never change my spirit. Never. I just see the games more. Source, just go ahead and just fine tune the shit so I can just see it from a distance now. These people is insane. Okay, so we have Fatima here as the divine feminine card that I'm going to pull today, and then I'm going to leave because I already see I see it for what it is, and that's what people don't like. When you talking the real shit, that's what they don't like. It says the mother of imams. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Period. Basically, I think this is what I said in the video last night. We're living in some times right now. And I feel like, and I don't know why this just was added. I feel like this has something to do with the ruling of this abortion law today. It's the same sense that I kind of was weighing on last night before I went to bed. Because again, I think about other people for real and their well-being as a whole. Okay? So with the abortion laws here, I just see, I don't know, I see blood back, or maybe this is going back to that prophecy about, again, I just see mothers ripped, children ripped from mothers because they've been already surveilling some of us for a very long time. And a lot of people spend a lot of time doing things, even me. And it's also serving source, but some of us have been serving the devil. And so again, I think the ones of us that have been serving source are going to be able to see these type of attacks coming on. The others, not so much. And I think that source made it that way because you chose to go up against the elect and you knew something was wrong with some of the shit you've been doing and you didn't change. It's like hater energy, period. Masculine, feminine, whoever it is. It's that's what kind of energy I sense. And again, I didn't ask you to come into my life and spy on me. I didn't invite you. And if you want to be an advocate for that, to let women know that this is going on, is deeper than what all this cutesy, this, and that, that's a problem for them. To let you know that you had to protect yourself because it's supposed to be a sneak attack. We've talked about these particular types of prophecies that female prophets were supposed to bring forward. This abortion law stuff goes so much deeper than that.